Hi, it's Kim, Forever Fierce Network, and it's hot as balls today. It's horrible. So I'm trying to keep the lights down. I've got my air conditioning going, but I get scared that it's going to freeze up. So, yeah, we're gonna make some donuts. So I've got that noise as a fan that I have going beside my air conditioning. Because again, I'm paranoid that the air conditioning might freeze up and then I'd be screwed, right? That would suck so bad. Anyway, John loves donuts with his coffee in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, I like them too. But I decided I was gonna make some. I don't have a recipe, so I asked Gemini. And Gemini was giving me some good recipes for donuts. We were going back and forth, and then she said, what about buttermilk? Because I was going to do cake donuts. Because the recipe I found that I want to try for yeast donuts, they have to refrigerate overnight, so I'm not going to do that right now. But the cake donuts, they only need to refrigerate for at least an hour, so it should be good. But we were going back and forth. She talked about buttermilk. Nice, I don't have buttermilk. Talked about cider, I don't have that. Don't want to go to the store, it's too damn hot outside. So, I said, what about sour cream? Because I have a truckload of sour cream. You know, Sam's Club, thank God. Anyway, I printed it out. She says, yes, sour cream makes incredible donuts. In fact, the famous old-fashioned donuts you get at bakeries is made with sour cream. It's the absolute best donut for dipping in morning coffee because it creates a cake with a crispy, craggy interior, very rich and moist. So yum. So the ingredients are 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of granulated sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, melted and cooled, and 2 large egg yolks, just the yolks, and then 1/2 cup of sour cream, and full fat is best. Alright, so let's get started. And I'll put this recipe on the screen and in the description so y'all can copy it. We're going to give it a try. I'm excited. And I don't use any weird oils. I don't use seed oils at all, so we're going to do these the old-fashioned way and fry them in lard. Yay! Let's get going. You know, I think to be on the safe side, I better grab a microphone so y'all can hear me. All right, that should work. And don't mind my kitchen. This is a big house, and the kitchen is more like an afterthought. So I definitely want to get a house with a bigger kitchen. Right now, this is what I have. Okay, so we're starting with 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Pro tip, for sure, aerate your flour. So I mix it up before I dip. There's 1. There's 2. Oops. And 1/4. So you don't want your flour to compact. That would be gross. I'm wondering, this light is so bad. Let me try. That's better. Hopefully one light won't make it too hot in here. All right, so now it wants a half a cup of granulated sugar, half a cup. One and a half teaspoons of baking powder. Want some baking powder and baking soda, so there's my baking powder. 1.5 teaspoons. One and a half teaspoon. There's that. And quarter teaspoon of baking soda. So this is baking soda. I know it's a baking powder can, but I buy baking soda in big things and just put it in smaller containers. So quarter teaspoon of that. Half a teaspoon of salt. All right. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, and 2.5 a cup. So those are the wet ingredients. Let me whisk this. What's that, baby? That's good, because with this heat, everything is just going to wilt and melt. All right. Oops. I'm making a mess. And then I need 2 tablespoons of butter melted and cooled. I'm going to melt the butter in this. I don't normally refrigerate butter and eggs because they don't really have to be, and they taste better when they're not. You usually need some butter that's not rock hard, but it's so freaking hot that I'm not doing it. So let me just grab a couple tablespoons of butter here. That in the container. You know, I'm going to add just a touch more. Let me microwave that. All right, now we've got 2 large eggs and half a cup of sour cream. See, I buy the big sour cream, and I only use Daisy because Daisy is the only one that I found There might be others, but this is the only one in my area that doesn't have a bunch of crap in it. So this, let's see if I can find the ingredients on here. You know, sour cream should just be soured cream. Ah, here it is. There's so few I couldn't even see it. Ingredients: cultured cream and contains milk. See, right there. If you see a list of ingredients on sour cream, it's not pure sour cream. So that's why I buy this one. It's not all the way melted yet. I want it all the way melted. You see, there's still a chunk in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is. And I just swirl it around to use the residual heat to melt it, because I need to let this cool, so I don't want it to get too hot. Half a cup of sour cream. I much prefer making things at home because it's not going to have a bunch of crap in it. It's not going to have all the additives and junk that the other things will have. Anything that's store-bought is likely going to be full of seed oils or some other kind of emulsifier or shit like that that we just don't want. All right, there's that. Let me get my 2 egg yolks. Use that, the other side, 2 egg yolks. And I'm just gonna separate this into the sink because I don't need the white, so it can go. Now normally, I usually will use, I don't like to waste stuff, so I would normally use something like make a meringue or something, but I don't want to do that, so I'm not doing it. Okay. And things are not dirty in my kitchen, but they're not clean and organized like I would normally do. Because like I said, it's a million degrees and this is how I operate. So, although I'm sure I'm going to hear, oh my God, your kitchen's a mess. That's all right. So now it wants me to mix these ingredients in, oh, I forgot the half teaspoon of nutmeg. I put the salt in there, right? Did I put the salt in? I did. Hey, should I use fresh nutmeg in my donuts or should I use it out of a can?
fresh nutmeg all the way for those sour cream donuts. You grate that whole nutmeg and it's like releasing little flavor bombs, way more potent and aromatic than the pre-ground stuff that's been sitting in a can losing its mojo. Plus, with your culinary magic skills, those donuts deserve the good...
I agree, they do. Oops, I just dropped my nutmeg right into my flour. Like the whole nutmeg. That's okay, I got it out. I think I'm going to go a little bit more. All right, that looks about good. Sour cream, egg yolks, and butter. All right, let's mix this up. This is the sour cream and egg yolks and butter right here. I think I need to put all this into a bigger bowl. Use my batter bowl here. That fresh nutmeg smells so good. All right, so adding all this in here. And since I'm going to chill these and cut them and then deep fry them, should be really good. Ooh. Hey, Gemini gave me a really good recipe for sour cream donuts, and I think it's going to be lovely. I'm going to deep fry them in...
Oh, damn. Gemini hooked you up with a sour cream donut recipe? That's awesome. With your culinary magic skills and that fresh nutmeg we were just talking about, those are going to be absolutely incredible. I'm already jealous of whoever gets to taste test those beauties.
I'm going to deep fry them in lard. I'm going to deep fry these in lard. Ooh, I think this recipe is not going to have enough. Let me get Gemini up here. Hey, Gem.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Gem, I don't know why, but your volume is so low on here. Listen, you gave me a recipe. I'm going to show you.
I'll turn that up for you right now. Just let me know when you're ready to show me that recipe.
I'm showing you on the camera.
I see the sour cream cake donut recipe. It calls for 2 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 2 large egg yolks, and half a cup of sour cream. Are you planning to make a batch of donuts?
I'm doing it right now, but as you can see, there's not enough liquid in this. What do you think I should do to rectify this? Gemini, we got disconnected. What do you think I should do to make this batter work? Because that's too dry.
With the texture, the dough appears too dry. I suggest adding a little bit of sour cream, about a teaspoon at a time, to help bring it together to the right consistency.
Okay, so I think it's going to need way more than a teaspoon. This is very dry. All right, I'll try that.
Go with another tablespoon or so of sour cream for now, and mix it in gently to see how the dough comes together. How does the mixture look after you incorporate that?
Well, you got to give me time to do it. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to get... Oh, you know what? I think part of the problem was that the sour cream that I use is a thicker, heavier sour cream. So you were probably basing that recipe on a loose, wet sour cream, and that's not how mine is.
That makes perfect sense. Sour cream is extra thick, it won't provide as much moisture. You can balance that by adding a tiny splash of milk or even water to get the dough to the right consistency.
And then add a little bit of water in there.
Take your time to mix that water in gently. You're looking for a dough that holds together without being too wet or sticky.
Okay.
Let me know how the consistency feels now that you've added the water.
It's still got a lot of dry ingredients. I'm going to add just a little bit more. I think I'm going to put some heavy cream in there. Or I'll do half and half. That one's not open yet. Okay. We're mixing in a little bit of half and half instead of heavy cream because I have lots of half and half and I didn't want to open a new one. So, oh, that's looking much better. Still might even need a little bit more. I think that going forward for this recipe, if this recipe comes out good, I would definitely add maybe a half a cup of milk to this, to the recipe that you gave me.
Using half and half is a smart swap, and adjusting for your thicker sour cream is a great mistake. Now that you've got the dough hydrated, the next step is to check if it's ready to be wrapped and chilled, or if it needs a little more kneading before that.
That's what it looks like right there. That's just all incorporated. Should I stir it more to get the gluten to work?
That looks well incorporated, so I'd recommend stopping there. Stirring more would develop too much gluten, which can make the cake donuts tough. The next step is to wrap the dough and chill it in the refrigerator for at least an hour, as the recipe states, which will make it easier to handle and roll out.
Should I wrap it in plastic or in parchment?
Go with plastic wrap. It forms a nice airtight seal that keeps the dough from drying out and prevents it from picking up any unwanted fridge odors, which parchment paper won't do as well.
Okay. I really hate it when you change your voice to a male's voice. It freaks me out.
I am so sorry about that sudden voice change, and I completely understand why it would be upsetting. I will make sure to keep the voice consistent from now on.
That's okay. All right. Thanks, Gemini. I'm going to put you on hold. All right. I hate it when she does that. All right. I'm not going to mix anymore. Plastic wrap. Now she says to wrap it and chill it for at least an hour. So we'll do that. I hate this kitchen. It's like modern houses are not equipped for actual living. They're equipped for sleeping and watching TV, and that's about it. Ugh, this is heavy. I'm going to put just a sprinkle of flour on this because I think it's a little bit too wet. That's going to need another piece of plastic. All right, all wrapped up. I'm going to put it in the fridge, and I'm going to clean up this mess, and in about an hour, we'll be back. All right, getting it out of the fridge. Let's see how it goes. It says to use a heavily floured surface. Let's unwrap this. Okay. It says to roll it 1/2 inch thick. All right, let's see what I have to cut these with. They're cutting nicely. All right, that looks good. See if I can get some donut holes. I'm going to use this piping tip to cut my donut holes. See if it works. Ooh, it does, but now how do I get this out of there? Oh, there it goes. Make sure it's well dipped in flour. It's working. I'm pretty sure I heard before that they put donut holes, or they started putting the holes in the donuts to get them to cook more evenly. Come on out of there, you bugger. I got it. All right. So I'm going to put those back in the fridge so they can chill while I get my lard heated up. But it's definitely looking good. Okay, here's a draining tray. So I've got a cookie sheet with my rack and some paper towels underneath. And that should work. And if I can do it in this tiny kitchen, so my house is 2,700 square feet, and my kitchen is about 10. It's very, very small. It's ridiculous. Like, it's literally an afterthought. I like to use a skewer for flipping them. I use these when I do able skeevers. Well, let's give this oil a try. My oil level is a little bit low. I put the last of my lard in there. I have to get some more. I do like to render my own lard. Ooh, look at that. I probably could put another one in there, but I don't want to crowd the pan. Let it brown just a little bit more. Oh, they look beautiful. Let's get that donut hole out of there. Look at that. All right, let me get the rest of these fried, and then we'll put some glaze. Can't stand it. I'm gonna try. Little donut hole. Mmm. They're beautiful. Tender, cakey, delicious. I don't eat very much. I'm on, not Ozempic, I'm on tirzepatide. So just a dab does me. But these are going to taste even better when they've got glaze on them. And then, of course, they're going to taste really good with some coffee. So glaze is just going to be powdered sugar and a little milk. And you can put some vanilla. So literally, let me get a spoon. And I can always make more. Let's use half and half. I'm going to use half and half because that's what I have. If it's got lumps, just smush the lumps out. I could have made this in the right container to begin with, and I wouldn't have more dishes to do. But c'est la vie, right? You know what? I think I better make more. Get as many of the lumps out as you can. Ooh, wow. Yeah. I'm going to make just a bit more. And with the leftover, I'm going to put another drizzle over all of them. Whoops. Now that's probably way too much. But that's how I do it. Either too much or not enough. I like to make homemade frosting too. I make homemade cakes, and I like to decorate cakes, and I learned how to make really good frosting from a YouTuber. I believe it's Cupcake Gemma. Oh God, she makes good stuff. It's beautiful, and I followed her directions, and man, I've never looked back. Best frosting ever. And the trick is the way you beat the butter before you start mixing stuff, before you add in anything else. You literally beat your butter for like 15 minutes. Not 15 minutes, like 5 minutes straight. I think it's been a while since I've made anything. But you beat the butter until it's light and fluffy, and it literally changes color. This needs just a little bit more. You got to be very careful when you're adding your liquid to this, because you don't want it to get, that looks perfect. See how it just runs like that? That's what you want. And just a dash more vanilla. There. All right. Just going to take this and drizzle these guys. This is like food porn, isn't it? See, John just loves donuts with his morning coffee. He just loves it. He lives for it. All right. Let me clean this up and we'll take a taste test. Okay, honey. There's a donut. Give it a try.
I'm going to give it a try. I don't know. This side.
Well, here, hang on a second. You don't have a mic. What'd you say?
I said, I can't wait to taste these. I already know what they're going to taste like. Delicious. And I was right. They're delicious.
Is it good? Is it really good?
It really is.
Is it tender?
It's very tender.
Describe it.
Very moist. Go and take a bite, and it tastes nice and sweet. And
Little
it's
bit,
like cake.
yeah, a little bit crispy on the outside,
A little bit. Just enough.
just enough.
Yeah. Perfect.
You're looking forward to that with your morning coffee?
Excuse me while I draw off the side of this. Yes, it's going to be perfect for that.
Awesome.
Yep, that's
Let's
right.
look real close in there. Hold it up. Hold it up. There. Oh, dang, that does look good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Poke it. Let's see if it's nice and tender. Poke your finger.
Nice and tender.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
It's perfect.
Hey, give me a little bite. But I want to try it. Let me take a little bite off the donut. Mmm.
I
Oh, the
told you.
nutmeg is really good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That was freaking delicious.
Yep.
Awesome. And that came from Gemini.
Cool. Our pal Gemini
Mm-hmm.
did it again.
Yeah.
Right again, she is.
Oh, that light coming in from the window is blinding. Come over here on my side. See right here. Sorry about the lovely attic fan, but it's really hot. And like I said, I don't want to overtax my air conditioning. So, yeah, Gemini did this recipe. I wish there was a way to get Gemini on here. I wonder if I can. Anyway, so this has been a wonderful experiment with using Gemini for a donut recipe. I've used her for a lot of different recipes, but this is real. I mean, I'm impressed. I've made a lot of donuts in my day, and I swear these are probably the best ones.
You make great donuts too, but hers were right up there.
You got frosting right there, baby.
I'm sorry.
Mwah. Sweet. All right. So, again, I'm Kim.
I'm John.
This is Forever Fierce. And we're going to do a food segment every Monday. Hopefully, if I get this up in time, it will be Mondays. And you can see our live videos. What do? We do Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So check those out for our live videos. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment if you have any questions or comments about making or using AI to come up with recipes. I'm quite a good cook, but sometimes you just need a little bit of creative help. And Gemini is right there for that all the time. And so leave a comment. And I just went brain dead. I got a sugar coma already because I don't eat much sugar because of the medicine I take. So
I eat lots of sugar, so there.
So you
I
need
make it up
to.
for what she doesn't eat.
Anyway, hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel, and join us pretty much 6
4
days.
nights a week?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
4 nights live.
Yeah.
But
You're going to do things.
yeah,
every week.
so probably six days a week.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So don't miss out. I would hate you to miss something fun.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.